Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Hillman, and I will be presenting on FedEx Corporation as my individual capstone project today. And before I address the issue that I feel is closely tied to the strategic direction of FedEx, I did want to begin by talking about FedEx's history, some driving forces in the industry, competitive intelligence, and some more information that I think lends itself to what I'm about to share in the rest of the slide deck. So let's begin. So the industry itself. So FedEx primarily operates in the transportation and logistics industry. This is a massive sector that encompasses a wide range of services, including shipping, freight forwarding, warehousing, and supply chain management. It plays a crucial role in facilitating the movement of goods across the globe. Some key players in the transportation logistics industry include FedEx, UPS, DHL, Maersk, just to name a few. These companies operate on a global scale and provide a variety of services to meet the diverse needs of customers. Actually, the transportation logistics industry has a long history dating back to ancient times when goods were transported by land and sea using various methods. But over the years, advancements in technologies has revolutionized the industry, making it more efficient and cost-effective. Some current trends shaping the transportation logistics industry include the rise of e-commerce, which has led to the increase in demand for fast and reliable shipping services. Also, automation and digitalization are also transforming the way companies manage their supply chains, leading to greater efficiency and transparency. When we look at competition, there are only really two that are closely tied in terms of rivalry with FedEx, and those are UPS and DHL. And that's because of their global reach, their service offerings, financial strength, and technological advancements. When we start looking at the driving forces of change, we're looking at 5 areas, right? We're looking at technological advancements that are a significant driving force in the industry. The rise of e-commerce and digitalization has transformed the logistics and transportation sector, and companies like FedEx have to constantly innovate and adapt to new technologies to enhance their operations, improve efficiency, and meet customer demands. Then there's e-commerce growth. With more consumers shopping online, there's an increase in demand for fast and reliable shipping services. Globalization is another driving force. As businesses expand internationally, there's a growing need for efficient cross-border shipping and logistics services. Sustainability initiatives are becoming increasingly important. With growing concerns about environmental impact, companies are under pressure to reduce carbon emissions, adopt eco-friendly practices, and invest in sustainable transportation solutions. And then lastly, we have competitive landscape. With the emergence of new players, changing consumer preferences, and evolving market dynamics, FedEx must continuously innovate its services as well as improve customer experience and differentiate itself from competitors to maintain its market position. Looking at the Porter's 5 forces, we really need to go to exerting pressure on FedEx's rivalry against existing customers. If we look closely, the most pressurizing force is just that. The logistics and delivery industry is highly competitive with major players like UPS, DHL, and I can throw in Amazon Logistics vying for market share. But this intense competition in terms of service quality, pricing, delivery speed, and technological innovation exerts significant pressure on FedEx to continuously improve its offerings and maintain its position in the market. Now, as we change gears to industry attractiveness, the attractiveness of FedEx as industry can be evaluated by analyzing various factors. And they are market growth, competitive landscape, technological advancements, regulatory environment, and economic conditions. Market growth in the global logistics industry in which FedEx operates is experiencing steady growth, driven by an increase in e-commerce activities, globalization, the need for efficient supply chain management. The competitive landscape is highly competitive with the players I mentioned earlier. While intense competition can pose challenges, it indicates a lucrative market with high demand. FedEx is investing in technology, like I mentioned in a previous slide, which only enables companies like FedEx to enhance efficiency and provide better customer service. Regulatory environment is subject to various related transportation, security, and data privacy laws. And adhering to these regulations is essential for companies like FedEx to gain trust from their customers. And then lastly, economic factors such as GDP growth, customer spending, and trade policies can significantly impact the demand for logistics services. So a stable economic environment generally bodes well for the transportation industry. Now, taking a quick look at FedEx's mission statement. So FedEx's mission statement is this: to produce superior financial returns for its share owners by providing high value-added logistics, transportation, and related business services through focused operating companies that compete collectively and operate independently. When compared to UPS and DHL, the statements are quite a bit different. UPS's statement focuses on providing a range of supply chain solutions, while DHL centers around placing a strong emphasis on customer service, innovation, and social responsibility. The interesting thing here to note is that FedEx's approach prioritizes financial performance and operational excellence, and by emphasizing high value-add services and independence getting collected through its already by its FedEx leadership, appears focused on delivering results for shareholders while maintaining a commitment of innovation, integrity, and responsibility in its environment. If we look at financial performance for the company, I've listed the last 5 years of performance for FedEx Corporation. FedEx has seen a consistent increase in revenue over the past 5 years. The growth has been attributed to various factors such as e-commerce expansion, international operations, strategic acquisitions. Analyzing FedEx's net income over the last 5 years shows fluctuations due to factors like fuel prices, global economic conditions, and competition in the industry. We can see that operating income is another essential metric that indicates how well the company is generating profit. And FedEx's operating income has been influenced by a number of factors also, operational efficiency being one of them, cost management strategies and changes in the demand of shipping services, especially over the last, 4 years. Profit margin insights into how effectively a company is converting revenue to profit. FedEx's ability to control costs and generate returns for shareholders can be identified by FedEx's profit margins over the past 5 years. And then lastly, stock performance reflects investor confidence in a company's future. And examining FedEx's stock price movements, market capitalization, and shareholder returns over the past 5 years helps gauge market sentiment towards the company. And as you can tell, FedEx has been producing very good results. So as I mentioned, based on the comprehensive analysis of these financial metrics, FedEx has performed well from a financial perspective. They've demonstrated strong financial performance over with consistent revenue growth driven by e-commerce trends and international expansion efforts. As we change gears to SWOT, we look at a lot of FedEx's strengths, like global presence, innovative technology, and brand reputation. Some of their weaknesses are in the high operating cost area, dependence on fuel prices, labor relation issues. Some opportunities that exist is e-commerce growth, which is the same for the rest of the industry, expansion into emerging markets, and diversification of services. And some threats, like I had mentioned numerous times in the presentation earlier, is intense competition, regulatory challenges, and cyber risks. So when we look at the competitor's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, they include strong brand recognition, extensive global networks, and diverse service offerings. Some of the weaknesses are operational inefficiencies, which FedEx is really good at performing, limited market penetration, and some technological lag. Competitor opportunities covers expansion in new markets, partnerships with e-commerce platforms, investment in sustainable practices. And some of the threats are disruptive technologies, changing consumer preferences, and geopolitical uncertainties. Moving on to core competencies. FedEx's core competency lies in its focus on express transportation and e-solutions. The company excels at providing timely customer service and cutting-edge technology. Additionally, the integration of physical and virtual infrastructure, including a vast network of hubs, trucks, airplanes, and robust client server networks, demonstrates that FedEx's expertise in leveraging technology to enhance its operations. The focus on express transportation e-solutions allows FedEx to differentiate itself from competitors by providing fast and reliable delivery services globally. So looking at value chain activities, FedEx, a global leader in logistics and delivery services, has strategically utilized its value chain activities to enhance its competitive position in the market. The company's value chain consists of a series of interconnected activities that add value to its products and services, ultimately leading to customer satisfaction and competitive advantage in the areas of inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing, sales, and in services. So now when we look at competitive strategy, FedEx sets itself apart in a highly competitive logistics industry, builds consumer loyalty, commands premium prices, and creates barriers to entry for competitors by pursuing a differentiation strategy. The pursuit of differentiation strategy helps FedEx achieve sustained competitive advantage in several ways, as you can see here, through high quality services and influences various aspects of FedEx operations, including marketing. When we start looking at some of the competitive advantage, we're looking at building trust, brand loyalty, commanding the premium pricing, and creating barriers of entry to competitors. So looking at organizational growth, we look at global expansion, which has allowed FedEx to establish a strong foothold on key international markets. Diversification has enabled FedEx to adapt to changing customer demands. Investments have enhanced operational efficiency and improved quality. Focus on customer services, retain loyal customers, and attract new ones, and the acquisition and partnerships that they have encountered. And if I go to the next slide, you'll see there have been acquisitions that have proven to be lucrative to FedEx, but have also had their challenges, especially with TNT and a malware issue that cost the company billions of dollars, I want to say about 5 years ago. As we start looking at the organizational structure, we see that there are some strengths in efficiency, global reach, innovation, and customer focus. While there are weaknesses, I mentioned at the start of my presentation, with the complexity of the network, coordination challenges, risks of silos with all the operating companies, and the costs of these silos. When we talk about code of conduct and ethics, social responsibility, these are integral parts of the company's culture and business practices, and FedEx is committed to making a positive impact to the communities it serves. When we look at DI and HR policies, that is no different. They have a commitment to diversity and inclusion, as well as training and development. And then lastly, we look at leadership and leadership styles with our leaders, Fred W. Smith and Raj Subramanian. Their styles are transformational and transactional.